Let's see what this dumbass is talking about. Ryshawn, and I'm looking at your profile picture. You got a wet mop on your head. Cut that shit off. Get yourself a low taper fade. Make yourself look more presentable. But what you say? You said this is a comic book panel of her affecting the Omniverse. You're talking about Wanda, Scarlet Witch. She never affected the Omniverse. She affected the multiverse. And this comic book panel is not even her in the comic book. The person that's affecting the Omniverse is Mad Jim Jaspers. That's the character's name, and he's also a mutant, and he can affect omniverses and multiverses on a molecular level, and he can manipulate reality. So Wanda did not do this, and I also put the comic book panel in the video. And his first appearance was in Avengers UK number 377. As I said before, Wanda did not do that in that comic book panel you just showed me in my comments. Mad Jim Jaspers was the one that was affecting the Omniverse. Wanda did not do that. And if you read the comic books, it even says the exact same thing that it's showing you right now, highlighted in blue. He's a mutant, near omnipotent reality warping abilities, which it's in that comic book panel you just showed me. You tried to say it was Wanda that did that. Wanda never did that. She never did that, by the way. So you already debunked right there. Mad Jim Jaspers was the one that did that. Come on. Pick up an actual comic book. And here it is again, the same panel that you showed me in my comments. You tried to say that Wanda did this, but you literally see Jim Jaspers sitting down in a chair affecting the Omniverse with the flick of his hand. Wanda never did this, by the way. So I don't know, we talk about Wanda affected the Omniverse. She never did this in this comic book, and she never appeared in X-Men UK number 377. She never appeared in that comic book. The comic book evolves around Captain Britain Corpse and Jim Jaspers, not Wanda. So pick up a comic book and read. And here is Mad Jim Jaspers doing the exact same thing again. In this scan right here, he's doing the same thing. He's affecting everything. And you see Captain Britain right there. That's Captain Britain. He's doing the exact same thing. Come on, read a comic book, boys. Don't be like Rashad. Don't be like a dumbass like Rashad. Actually pick up a comic book. And comic books aren't hard to read. It's mostly pictures with small text wearables. Come on, it's not hard to read a comic book. And as I said, Mad Jim Jaspers first appears in this comic book, number 377. He first appears in this comic book. So, Wanda never affected the multiverse. You already got debunked, Rashad. Pick up an actual comic book. You might learn something. And here you see Mad Jim Jaspers doing the same thing. And this comic book is from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Old comic book. He does the exact same thing with his powers and his reality warping abilities. He can affect multiverses. He can affect omniverses. Wanda did not do that in the comic books. She never affected a omniverse. She affected a multiverse, which is House of M, Scarlet Witch, where she said, no more mutants. That was a multiversal feat, not omniversal feat, by the way. Go read a comic book, buddy. And your name is Ryshawn. At least act smarter, by the way. Act smart. Don't act like an idiot. Pick up a comic book and read the text bubbles and look at the pictures thoroughly. Make sure you look at the pictures and read the text bubbles. In Cosmic Armor Superman, he operates beyond his own narrative, above DC's cosmology, above his own logic. He's not even bound by those rules either, because he was made to take out any future threat. And Wanda is still bounded by Marvel's cosmology. She's still bounded by it. She don't operate above it because she's still bounded by it. And she would lose to Cosmic Armor Superman. And Cosmic Armor Superman resides within Limbo, which is above the God Sphere. Come on. Wanda would get cooked alive. Cosmic Armor Superman would no differ. Come on. Or he could just think her out of existence. It doesn't matter if she's a Nexus being. Read Final Crisis 1 and 2. You might learn something about Cosmic Armor Superman, which is Clark Kent and Ultraman put together in one mind, called the Dot Robot. And he was created to take out any future threat, no matter the outcome. And he was designed to win, no matter what, which we see him throw Mandrake into the Overvoid, which is above Limbo, so which outscales Wanda. So go pick up a comic book, you might learn some. But the funniest thing of all was you tried to show me a comic book panel of Mad Jim Jaspers affecting the Omniverse and then try to say Wanda did it. But you see Mad Jim Jasper sitting down in a chair, moving his hand around, and he affected the Omniverse. Wanda never did that, so don't make me upload you again.
So I saw a post asking the most asinine, ridiculous question I've ever seen. Who wins in a fight? Kratos that's smiling, Goku, Saitama, or Cosmic Armor Superman? So you decided not to use Superman, who would be more than enough to compete with this list. You decided to use the strongest iteration of Clark Kent. And for you guys that are unaware on how powerful Cosmic Armor Superman is, let's talk about it. So the Thought Robot was created to be limitless. No precedent for the concept of story itself. To adapt to anything that it's supposed to encounter. So we know it's openly stated at the end of the Infinite Book, yes, the very end of an Infinite Book, it stated that Mandrake is supposed to win. A monitor that was so powerful that he will be the cause of every end. Evil will win in the very end of it all. It stated that Mandrake is the anti-story, consuming everything within the DC cosmology. While Cosmic Armor Superman was created to fight against any future threat, to be the ultimate machine to protect the multiverse. And I want you guys to realize how busted he is. As his eyelids open for the first time, the smoke of galaxies disperse. He sees and hears a presence and he puts his hand forward. He is seeing the reader. He is feeling our presence and reaching out for us. And then he sees Limbo being the size of his fingertips and he could play with it at will. I want you guys to realize that Limbo sits above almost everything in the entire DC cosmology. It's above the sphere of gods, it's above heaven, it's above dream, and not only is it above it, it is larger than it all. It's larger than heaven. It's larger than any individual universe, and it is no larger than his hand. Now this being is the weaponized version of the story of Superman, arguably one of the most powerful things you can ever have. So this perfect being fight against another perfect being. Mandrake, the monitor that's openly stated to always win, that will win in the end. It has to win no matter what. The anti-story that consumes it all. And Cosmic Armor Superman, a being that's openly created to never lose, to adapt to everything possible. The stronger he becomes, the stronger I become, and vice versa. The anti-story versus the story itself. He'll continuously get stronger because he needs to win, and he'll continuously get stronger because he can't lose. A fight so powerful, so drastic that it can instantaneously erase multiverses if it so desired. The being that is literally stated to be the opposite of life itself was finally defeated by Cosmic Armor Superman as he sends him down into the Overvoid. And yes, that's crazy because where they fought was up here, above everything else in the cosmology, and the only thing that was able to defeat Mandrake was falling into the Overvoid itself, unwriting him. But because his story is to always win, he does come back in the future, but that's for another video. Now, by the end of it all, Cosmic Armor Superman does perish. He does sit down and shut down, but mostly because his wounds are unrepairable, but he also had no other reason to exist because he destroyed the ultimate threat. Almost every favorite character you have in DC would simply perish by his footsteps. A being that sits above the deities within DC. The new gods, the old gods, all insects to Cosmic Armor Superman. But you want to put him on a list with these characters? Funny enough, he's exactly what Saitama fans think Saitama is. Except him blinking alone would erase One Punch Man. He not only eviscerates the whole list, but he eviscerates their entire cosmology alongside it. You guys can go ahead and debate on who's second place between Goku and Kratos, but Saitama is the weakest person here.